How's it going, everybody? It's Adiar back with another Hero Siege video. This is going to be my first video for Hero Siege Season 7. And this is going to be a bit of maybe a rapid fire video. The video I had intended to put up today corrupted. The source video that I used to make that corrupted. So here we are. It's like less than 2 hours before start of League and we're recording. So let's do this. I'm going to go through just a couple of quick things to help get you through your first day of Hero Siege. If you're a new player, returning player, either way, these are things that will just be helpful to do. Some things that you may overlook, some things that are just not really apparent, and just a couple of things that I think you really just like the most important things that you need to know like right out the gate in the Hero Siege. I'll be live streaming the entire, well, not the entire day. You know, I gotta sleep at some point, but I'll be live streaming right from the jump, both on Twitch and YouTube. So feel free to join me there. Also, we'll be doing key giveaways as well throughout the day. So maybe you win one of those. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the list of things that I think that you need to know right out the gate. First and foremost, before we even get into the game, right here, when you go to play your character, you can go to this box right here, click Show Owned Only, and you'll have a couple of pets here. Even if you've never got like a cosmetic pet out of the store, you have free pets on your thing. The pets, they just pick up runes, they pick up gold, they pick up small little trinkets and stuff. They make your life so much better. Having to loot all of your gold by hand, loot all of your gems and all of your runes by hand is a nightmare. If you don't know about this, you know now. Get your companion on. You have to do this whenever you make a new character. You just go in, you just pick one, it'll be there, boom, you're done. That's it. It costs you nothing and it makes your life so much better. Speaking of other things that make your life so much better, when you're going through the game, you really want to be picking up and selling rare items and flasks that you don't need to this man right here, Mr. Torstein. When you get yourself 10,000 gold, you can come over here to Garnar, hire yourself a mercenary. It will cost you 10,000 gold. This man will be a lifesaver for you. He will AoE taunt enemies. He's omega tanky. He really just doesn't really die to much, especially early on in the game. So if you're playing a squishier class, if you're ranged and you really don't want things in your face, this is your man. You want something that can hold those bloaters in place while you're getting while you're beating them down to get your XP. This is your man. The way that this works is really simple. The default hotkey is O to open up his menu, and you can give him a weapon, a shield, body armor, helmet. I can also use two-hand weapons. And then if you press the skill tree, your mercenary has a skill tree as well. What I would suggest that you do with this mercenary is you just put 1 point into everything and then focus on leveling up his passives for his defenses. Don't worry about leveling his active skills. Just get his active skills, but primarily focus on just like bumping up his armor, bumping up other sources of defenses like plated armor here, which is DR. That's all you do. And this man will, I promise you, especially if you're on a squishy class, this man will be a lifesaver for you. He can even pull abilities from bosses while you're doing bosses. So just, be aware of that this exists and that you can do this, and you can do this early in Act 1, and it will be night and day difference for you. Guaranteed. All right. The next thing that I want to go over is going to be just your difficulties in general. Nightmare comes after normal. Hell comes after that. There is 1 normal difficulty, 1 nightmare difficulty, 5 hell difficulties, and then inferno after that. To get through into hell, you're going to have to do a couple of things. Number 1, you're going to have to get through normal nightmare. Well, this is, of course, if you're not being carried. Once you do that, once you've beaten Mevius, the end boss in Hell 1, you'll be able to go into Hell 2 and Hell 3. Once you beat Mevius in Hell 3, you'll gain access to Hell 4 and Hell 5. And that's how you will be doing that. Most people probably, especially if you're new, you're probably not, I would not expect you to get farther than Hell 1, maybe Hell 3, depending on the character that you're playing, if you're brand new to the game. And even that might be pushing it. It may be like day 2, or it may be like day 2 before you're really pushing into hell, and that's completely fine. Take your time. This game has a lot going on. The campaign is not easy either. So like, it's definitely one of the harder campaigns. So just be aware that you might be in for a couple of deaths going through the leveling process. It's like we all do it. It's just a part of it. Okay, I promise you'll get through it. You'll get to the end game. You'll get there, I promise. Your damage sheet. Your damage sheet is something really, really important. And this is just like an understanding of how this works in general. So when you look at your damage sheet, you can see your damage over here. This damage, this is for this is your attack damage. You've got your magic skill damage. This is a multiplier, critical strike, blah blah blah. Number one, critical strikes are only for attacks. Period. Point blank. Your spells cannot crit unless your spells have a crit node in their subtree or you have a specific item letting them do something like that. Otherwise, spells inherently do not crit in this game. Do not build crit on your casters. When you see a damage number here, okay, when you see a damage number here, you really got to be aware of something. So this is the total damage that I'm doing, right? So it says 4,900. You see this right here? See how that says 24 and 7? The thing that you've got to understand when you're looking at your character and when you're looking at your damage in your sheets and in your tooltips and everything else, those numbers are showing the final number. That's with all of your increases and multipliers attached. The numbers on the gems, the flat numbers, they seem low. Trust me, they're not. Because those numbers are getting monumentally increased by all of your bonuses and all your synergies and everything else that's going on with your skill. When it comes to attack speed, you've got the Nut Rune and you've also got the Moonstone Gem that are attack speed. If you put these into your weapon, these are going to increase the base attack speed of your weapon. Otherwise, this is just, attack speed and like you would expect on anything else. But if they're specifically in the weapon, then they are local. Otherwise, it's an increase to your attack speed. All right, now, talking about your damage. The first thing you really want to do when you get into the game before you even get into the actual campaign is set up your loot filter. We're going to use, for example, a lightning caster. And then I can show you how I would set this up I'll also show you how I would set this up for a lightning attacker as well. So first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to come down, and this is for a caster, we'd be looking for intelligence. We'd be looking for intelligence per level. I also like to look for some vitality sometimes. That's going to be up to you. You don't really have to. For a caster, you're also going to want a couple of other things. Number one, you're going to want some cast speed. Where is cast speed on this list? The list is a little, I'll be honest, I kind of don't like this list. It's really, it could be better. It could be better. Where is cast speed? Nice thing is you seeing me, there it is, faster cast rate. That's our cast speed. That's what we're looking for. Magic skill damage. This is a multiplier for magic skills. And then of course you're going to want to come down. Normally it only has all skills and singular skills. Whatever type of skill you're using, I would click that. That way you're highlighting plus to that type of skill. If you are playing a caster, you're going to be looking for flat lightning skill damage, for example, for a lightning caster. If you're playing an attacker, you're looking for additive skill damage. You want to go ahead and click that. And that's all we really want to do right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to get applied to all. And that will now, everything that we just ticked will now be highlighted on everything in here. There's a couple of other things that I would like to highlight as well. Number one, and this is, I actually got this idea from Mr. Sleepy Cat himself. So shout out Mr. Sleepy Cat. You really want to get some source of mana sustain. Mana is rough. Especially as you're leveling your skills. So this is what I would generally suggest. You're going to want to come down here and you're going to go for mana after each kill. And you're going to apply that to gloves. And then you're going to hit apply to and apply that specifically to amulets. Afterward, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the charm section. Charms, we're looking for a lot more stuff. Charms, we are willing to accept a lot more stuff. This is everything that I would look for on a charm. So I would look for vitality, all attributes, vitality per level. And then if you're not an intelligence-based character, just look for strength if you like so much strength. I also like to get life and life percent on charms, if at all possible. Life per level, also great. You can get some life after kill, mana after kill for sustain if you really want to do that. Past that, I like to put faster hit recovery on here. Faster hit recovery when you're going through the campaign can be the difference between dying to wasps and surviving wasps, which is why I like to get that on there. I come through, I also put on every single resistance on here. You can get a lot of that from charms. And then of course magic skill damage, faster cast rate, and all of this stuff if you're a caster. But you don't have to worry about that. Just the things that I just added to the charms are all you really need to add to the charms right now. And I would basically just ignore everything else, and that's only for your charms. If you're playing an attack build, what we would do is we would go in here, and instead of looking for flat damage to skills, we would look for additive damage, for example. We don't need the faster cast rate, so we would not take the faster cast rate. But what we do want to very much look for, if we're playing an attack build, number one, we want to come up here and we want to look for physical and attack damage. Well, if you're a physical skill, you want to look for physical damage. You can look for attack damage. If you've got like a good critical strike built into your skill, you can look for critical strike and critical strike damage early. Maybe not super important early on. Attack speed, definitely a nice one to have. Of course, if you're not an int scaler, some attacks do scale int, so be aware of that. You can go ahead and just look for strength instead, and then like strength per level. And then you want to look for enhanced damage as well. And that'll be pretty much what you're looking for on an attacker. This is a very rough, like, here, just do this. It'll take you like 2 minutes at the start of the league, and then you can just go type of thing. There's more intricacies that can be done with the loot filter, and well, that's just not for this video, right? We can do that at a different time. This is just, hey, you want to play some Herosiege? Watch this, get in there, have some fun. If you liked anything here, go ahead and throw me a sub, throw a comment down below. Let me know what you're going to be playing. I still don't know. I still don't know what I'm playing, dude. There's less than an hour till league launch. I don't know what I'm playing. Oh, God. Anyway, stop by, say hey, have some fun, maybe win a key if you want one.